We live? We're live. Greetings, my movie geeks. We're literally just out of the Flash movie, aren't we? We're just we were talking on our way home. This is my son Noah.
Hi.
He's also called Ultra NJ Games.
I was in Assassin's
Yes, you
Creed,
were.
and I was.
I don't think anyone watched that video though.
No, it got 70 views.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
So we were talking on the way home, and we had to pull over because we were coming out with
Bad. It's so bad.
some thoughts. Now, I tried to go in to the Flash. Beware of spoilers as well, because there may be spoilers on here. But I went in hoping that I would enjoy this film, and to a point, I did. Everything seemed to be going for it.
Acting.
The acting
was great.
The acting's great.
Storyline. So
The
storyline.
Go on.
The storyline up until I would say half of the third act was it was really good.
Yeah, the story,
But it just
because it kind of followed the Flashpoint
storyline of him trying to
save his
mother
mother.
back. Yeah.
And it works. Ezra Miller comes across fairly well. They act as they did in other DC movies.
In the Zack Snyder's Justice League, in the Justice League. Oh wait, never mind.
No.
That's the only thing he's been in.
But there was, I don't know how I feel about it.
Oh wait, he was in the CW's Flash also.
Oh yeah, for a split second.
Yeah.
And where was the CW's Flash?
Yeah. Wait, if they were going to show, we can't spoil. Can we
don't-
spoil it?
Beware of spoilers. Yeah. It's alive, so if anyone's watching, they'll be watching now.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I feel like this
It's just
has been quoted as being
the
best superhero or
film
comic book movie
ever
made. There's been people like Tom Cruise, Stephen King have come out and said that it's such a great film.
Yeah.
And I think people are using the term "the hype is real." It's not. It's what did you say to me in the cinema when we were watching the credits for the abysmal post-credit scene? You said it's mid. Now I'm old. I don't know what that means, but I can guess. Does it mean it's crap?
Yes. Yeah. I said something else also.
Yeah, but we won't use bad language.
Yeah. It's a disappointment.
It's funny because there are a lot of points that are used in the film, like they mention. Well, General Zod is in the film because
he was in the trailers.
If you've seen the trailers, you've seen pretty much the majority of the film.
Actually, the trailers were pretty good keeping it.
I don't think it was.
No, keeping the secret of what happens.
No spoilers.
Yeah.
But it relies a lot on the Man of Steel, and it's quite telling how
It's Man of Steel story. It's just
the Man of Steel's part of the film
work
is used, and yet they don't have that Superman anywhere to be found. Now, I like Man of Steel.
Wait, could I spoil one thing?
Oh, I don't know. Spoilers if you're watching.
General Zod reveals that he killed Superman, and
That was actually spoiled a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Because they thought he had the codex in.
But that's he did.
He did. I know, but not in this timeline.
But that wouldn't make sense because it was. I don't think her uncle would.
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that is left to your imagination, and I think for a storyline like this, you can let some things go, and we did. We have the action. Michael Keaton returning as Batman. The Man of Steel, the World Engine storyline.
Yeah, that was
all
great.
Really good and
Good.
entertaining. It's nice to be back on that, but again, it's the reliance on
Batman
that
now.
and how
It's not. It's just DC rely. It's like if Marvel only relied on Iron Man, but it's Batman is just the main focus now. And
I don't know if it was because
it was because did you see the trailers? Did you?
Oh
did you,
yeah, I know, but that's because of the whole Ezra Miller stuff. But
is it though?
Yeah.
Or is it just marketing?
well, yeah, it's marketing.
Yeah.
But what I don't really get is there's a nice scene which I don't really want to spoil,
Just
and
say
it involves the Flash. It's almost like the opening of Batman v Superman when Bruce is in Metropolis, and I like the idea of that, and I feel like that has carried over from yeah, I feel like that's carried over from a earlier draft. And what annoys me and makes me sad is because what could we have had
if there was more movies?
if this Flash didn't exist, if it could come out earlier. I feel this film is trying to
be so many things.
Yeah, be so many things, and
it was trying to be. Just gonna.
It's trying to make everybody happy, especially with some of the cameos. I won't go into the cameos.
I want to go into the last cameo because.
Well, we'll go into the last cameo,
yeah,
but
it's just a joke.
It feels like they're just trying to. I don't know. There's nothing. It's quite soulless.
It's a cash grab. It's
Yeah.
like,
and I don't think
it's like the Cat in the Hat, the live action make. It's like that. It's just a cash grab, and you didn't need to do it.
I don't think he needed to do it,
and that's.
But it was always going to happen. But some of the cameos that we saw, and it's literally. It's nothing great. People have said that it's a DC version of Spider-Man No Way Home.
It's not.
And it's not. Nowhere near.
Spider-Man No Way Home knew what they were doing. They had a good storyline. They had great established characters. And you know what? I'm just going to point this out there. The jokes were funny. when they made jokes, it was funny. And I'm just going to spoil No Way Home, but in a scene, yeah,
you're right with that.
Yeah, Tom Holland tries to kill Green Goblin, and you see Peter. He made these mistakes, and he just looks at Tom Holland, stuff like that. No, but in this movie, I'm just gonna say it, George Clooney comes back as Batman, and Barry Allen says, "What the."
He swears, yeah. So there's an F word in your DC film, but yeah, it doesn't.
It's trying to make you laugh when it shouldn't be one of those movies. It shouldn't be a laughing movie. This is the end of the Snyder. It's not even. It's not Snyder.
It's just the DC.
It's just the end of that universe. The universe which I grew up with, Batman vs Superman, and this movie, I looked forward to a bit of it because I thought it was going to be okay, but now I'm not looking forward to the Aquaman movie or anything. Because it's just they had so many years, and I used to just they had so many years to do everything, and they just didn't take it.
After Justice League was butchered.
Do you mean Justice League?
Yeah, that one. The course correction that was brought in just sort of pissed all over everything that came before, and then this is kind of wrapping that up, but trying to say that it's wrapping everything from Man of Steel to like Zack Snyder's Justice League up, and I suppose they say and it is part of that universe,
because
but it kind of isn't.
There was a bit in the movie which I pointed out to you, and you were like, yeah. I said, this is part of the Snyder Cut universe, because you can see Aquaman point at Barry.
Oh, yeah,
in the thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you're doing this in that universe, the scene on the bridge with the lasso of
Oh my
truth
God,
would have
yeah.
never happened, and that sex joke. Why?
There's a lot of it that they've kind of just tried to
It's funny.
It's marvelized. It is marvelized in the sense that
Marvel did it
there
better.
there is a joke in
scene.
every sentence, or there's a nice catchy
Yeah, but-
music number
And that's what's
in every scene.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And guess who wrote all 3 of those?
And it doesn't fit
the DC.
with the DC
I've
universe
said
that
this to you.
it's
before.
supposed to be in.
I've said this. DC is not bright and colourful. It was in the 60s, but like Thingy said, we don't sell apples and a newspaper for a nickel anymore. No, it's not bright. It's a dark film. And if you go to Batman vs Superman,
It doesn't all have to be dark, though.
the Flash movie, the thing about the Flash is he's a colourful character, but he has a villain like Eobard Thawne. Eobard Thawne ruined his life.
Yeah.
He killed his mother, and he did all of this stuff to him. And there's literally a meme going around about it, saying
I think
it was me.
as well, the idea is that Barry is causing. The story is that he goes back in time, and then he
Saves his mother.
saves his mother, and then all things go to hell. He ends up on the wrong timeline. This is where Keaton's Batman is, and it's where Supergirl is, and Zod is attacking. So it's a nice mix of different storylines, different characters, and that part of the film is entertaining, and it's fairly well done. But it's when you get to the I can't remember what he said. It was a Chronos. It's when he's in the time, whatever it is.
Speed Force. Yeah,
And
when he's
this is where all these cameos come through.
it was pointless.
And it wasn't. But again, it's fan service to the extreme, and it's like, oh look, do you remember in the 70s when we had this Superman, etc. And
it's like Ready Player One.
And yes, you said that's a good analogy.
They just froze everything in, and they said, right, that's done. You see Halo, you see the Arkham Knight down there. Oh, hey, do you see that person you grew up with? Yeah, they're down there. They're not going to get any streams. They're going to get 1 second. We're done.
Yeah, so you have little cameos like that, but you don't have. And the post-credit scene involves Barry and Aquaman, right?
It was pointless.
Let's not spoil it. But what gets me is, and there's a number of actors and characters from the DCEU. So you've got Ben Affleck, you've got Aquaman appears, you've got Wonder Woman, but
why Superman?
There's no Superman. There's a Superman character. There's a post Justice League.
Hey, do you remember
Superman cameo where he's on a screen and you can't see him?
Do you remember when Superman was in that movie?
No, I do. Yeah, it's a long time ago.
Wait.
It's like the something's happened and they don't like Henry Cavill anymore, so they're just getting rid of him.
No.
But what I don't get, they've got these cameos, and there's a lot of CGI imagery showing Batman, Superman, and all that. But in the cameos, there's about 4, isn't there? There's about 4 cameos of classic heroes. But what I don't get is they didn't go all out. They could have had one that showed, say, the Flashpoint
the CW
universe. No, not the CW. Yeah, well, they could have.
Yeah, because that actually happened.
But you could have had the Amazon and Atlantean War universe. Maybe you could have shown like an angry Aquaman fighting Wonder Woman. You could have had an Injustice Superman. You could have even shown like the Nightmare universe.
Yeah. You could have had Negan as Batman's dad, and
how it was planned originally.
That would have been really, really good, because Jeffrey Dean Morgan can play a really good
he can.
Anti-hero, and Batman Thomas Wayne is one of my favourite characters now, and also
but it just feels like
it's convoluted.
it's not a difficult story to follow. It's not
No, that's
over
not
the,
what I'm on
it's
about.
not over
though.
the top.
I'm on about everything apart from the story. Everything is just mixed up, and it's a cash grab, and it's like, hey,
Well, it's
we've
not,
given you this. Leave us alone. We're
You
gonna start a new one.
You can tell that they are waiting to see how this fares, to see if it can carry on in the new DCU. It feels like if it makes money, which I don't know if it's because I've heard and read that it's supposed to be a $300 million movie budget, and then you add more on for advertising and all that, don't you? Marketing. So I don't know whether it's gonna do well. Our cinema wasn't full, and it's like one of the first showings.
When we first came in,
there was about 12 people.
No, not even 12.
Not even 12.
There was less. There was like two couples, and like 3 friends, and that was it.
And us. And then a few other people came in, but it was still nowhere near full.
It was kind of like...
But it feels like, especially with the post-credit scene, which kind of suggests that the universe is continuing, and we know it's not, because James Gunn came out and
just said...
And said, this is what we're doing now.
And the thing that annoyed me was... Hey, by the way, Zack Snyder said it's cool. So
yeah.
It's
now, I wanted to like this film. I wanted to go in
I'm not interested
and enjoy The Flash. And there were parts, like I said, there were parts of it that worked. The opening sequence was okay. The CGI is wonky at places.
What happened with... I'm just going to say, there was a baby in a microwave. Let me just say that. It became the son of the Mask.
I've never seen that film.
You need to...
I don't want to watch it.
Don't watch it, actually. Yeah. It's...
But there were parts that I enjoyed. I thought Ezra Miller was great. Michael Keaton was great. Sasha Calle was great. Even I don't know.
Even Zod.
Yeah. Even though he was in it.
And the woman... The Kryptonian woman who just returned for a split second.
Yeah.
She played her part good too. And
yeah. But I did want to like it. I did want to enjoy it. But knowing what it is and what it's trying to set up, and how the damage that Barry's done to the universe, to the multiverse.
They didn't really state it that
much.
Well,
they haven't.
There was a scene of his friends who were basically all high or something like that because they were acting it, and it was just like he was figuring out something and beep beep beep, and it's just these people doing stuff in the background, and he's like, "I've got a tattoo of the guy from Back from the Future, Kevin Bacon."
That one, Kevin Bacon.
And, no, but that's what he said it was, didn't he?
No, it was Eric Stoltz.
Oh, I don't care.
There were nice little touches like that, but other than that, no, I'm not. I wasn't impressed.
I could do.
And I don't know whether. I don't know if it will probably do all right because it's had a lot of advertising. It's had a lot of people saying how good it is, but it is nowhere near.
Help me get
as good as the previous films. I wouldn't even say it's as good as. I don't know.
Don't say Justice League.
No, I'm not going to say Justice League.
Well, I mean, I'm just going to say this. When I first saw it, I was a kid.
Yeah,
I was a kid, and I thought it was good. But now I've rewatched it.
You've grown up.
I've rewatched it. It's colourful.
It is colourful. Yeah.
No, it's just
awful.
It's just...
But no,
wait, why was the sky red? By the way, why was
let's move on.
It stayed red.
I feel as well some of the aspects to this film make me want to see more of the universe. So the interaction between Barry and Bruce and
yeah, because that was was like they were like the Tony Stark and Tom Holland Spider-Man of the universe, because that's basically what they were.
Yeah, they were. They have good
the underdog
interaction,
and the.
It just feels like what have we lost? What have we lost because of this silly course correction, or as people put it, the Hamada-verse after Justice League?
We lost.
I just feel
God, we lost Jared Leto's
we
Joker.
we could have had so much more if they'd have just.
There's a good scene in Justice League, the Zack Snyder one, where it's a nightmare verse, and it sets up a story, and it's Batman and Joker scene that I love the most, and that's my favourite scene.
Yeah.
And it's Joker, and Batman shocks him, and he says that Harley said, "You
Told
need
him
to
to
kill him."
yeah.
And I think when he says something, I'm not going to say it, and it was just like, I want to watch more of this. I want 2 other films of this.
There's a lot of stuff, and allegedly, or I think it had come out that Cavill had recorded a scene with Supergirl that set up possibly Man of Steel 2.
It got cancelled,
and now that's
because
cancelled.
it was going to be Brainiac, apparently. Yeah. It's a disappointment.
And now we've got to wait till 2025 to get something new.
Wait,
I know they're saying Blue Beetle is in the DCU, and we've still got an Aquaman film, but
Shazam.
No, Shazam's out. That came out.
Yeah, no.
It wasn't very good.
Yeah, no, Shazam. No, it's just. Well, is it out of the?
Oh no. Well, I think staying in. Well, the fact that James Gunn came out and announced his slate before Shazam came out, Shazam 2 came out, he helped make that film bomb. Because what's the point in going to a film that won't have a future? I know you go to see a film, whatever, but anyway, I don't know. I just think it's a disappointing. It's a disappointing film.
And I think the most disappointing part was it wasn't a good send off for any of the characters that we grew to love.
It wasn't.
And even Wonder Woman was in this. She was in it for 5 seconds. She says bye. She flies away. Flash makes a dumb joke.
Yeah, there's a sex joke. Again, it had a lot of. There was a lot of the humour.
It's child.
The humour that you found in those films
for a teenage
post Justice League, post Justice League. Yeah. Sorry, and it had that sort of tone, and it's. I don't know. I just if you like that, then yeah, you'll enjoy it. But
but it's like. Remember, I was a kid when I watched. I was probably 6 or 7 years old when I watched Batman vs Superman. Loved that, yeah. 2016.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh god, that was so long ago now. Yeah, I watched that as a kid. I loved that, and let's be honest, that wasn't a joking movie, apart from a few things.
Well, no, it was serious, and it had. And whatever you think of Batman v Superman,
it had a few funny jokes in it. But they were the only jokes in it.
Yeah.
There was that one where Batman saves Martha, and she says, "You're a friend of Clark's." Oh, yeah, I can tell.
She knew from the cloak.
Yeah. And that's that's funny.
And it is. No matter what you think of Batman v Superman, there was something about it that had gravitas. It gave you the characters you wanted to see. I know people will complain and say, "Oh, Superman was grumpy," but it was still Superman, and it worked. Whereas they just seem to have cut Superman out completely. There's so many Supermen in this film, but they've cut out the Superman.
In the theatrical version of Batman vs Superman, Superman only has like 17 minutes. In the unlimited,
I thought it was 13.
On the ultimate version.
Yeah, they cut out a lot of Superman scenes.
He has 30 minutes.
Clark Kent scenes.
Yeah, he has 30 minutes more in the unlimited, and that's a 3-hour movie.
Yeah,
and it's still been cut down, and I think also
overall, give us your quick points of what you thought. What you liked, what you didn't like of The Flash.
I like the acting. It was good. I didn't like how underwhelming it was. I think that some scenes were pointless, and I felt like, for me, if you're gonna do something right and you're gonna take away my childhood characters, you've got to do it how you've got to do it right.
Respectfully.
Yeah, because these people, and I know people may not think this, children grew up with these people, because I remember at my old primary school, me and my friends used to talk about Batman vs Superman, and it was a superhero film. A superhero film is not just for adults, and it's for kids, and it's for everyone to enjoy. It's to get away from the harsh reality of real life.
It is funny that when we watched the final, the post-credit scene, there was someone down in the.
Did you hear some swearing?
Someone booed, and I was like, Jesus. But yeah, I'm
just gonna address that.
I'm not.
The
post-credit scene. So spoilers if you haven't seen it.
Basically, 10 minutes after the credits were all like hyped up, we're ready to see this end credit. Hey, I'm Aquaman. Walks down the street.
Yeah, basically.
He walks down the street, gets drunk, falls into a puddle, gives the Flash a ring, an Aquaman Atlantean ring. You hear this car start. Me and Dad were like, "Oh, what's that?"
Yeah.
And then
cuts to black,
and it's just Aquaman being drunk.
And that was it. That's the end of the DCEU potentially, because I don't know where Aquaman stands, but there was a funny point in that post-credit scene, and it was basically Barry saying to Aquaman that no, you're the same in every universe, which suggests Aquaman 2 can now be set in the DCEU. But
no, they're saying that he's gonna be the Lobo.
Yeah, no, but that happened. The comment happened. Barry said that no, you're the same in every universe. Although he only saw 3 universes, so it doesn't work.
And I'm just gonna say this now.
Oh,
they were all
spoilers then.
They were all Superman universes.
No, there was a Batman one.
Which one was that?
I don't want to say. I don't want to spoil it. No,
I don't remember what it was.
Listen, good chum. There was a Batman there.
Oh, okay, yeah. Wait, there has been other versions of Aquaman though. Do you remember that one in Super Friends in the 1960s?
No, well, they seem to be since like the end of Peacemaker when Barry and Aquaman showed up, and then there was a nice fish joke in there, and now you're making him be a drunk rolling around in a puddle.
Amber Heard's in that movie, by the way.
Yeah, I know. And it kind of makes you think what they trying to do to Aquaman.
Are they trying to make him
again?
Because after he had so many cool scenes.
Anyway, should we finish up? Let's finish. We've been on this for half an hour.
My name's Ultra Engine Games, and I think that I think I could do better. And go have a look at Roma's, and then if that gets enough likes, you know what, I'm doing my own Flashpoint.
He's doing his own zombie like show with episodes in, and he's doing all the filming and acting and all that himself. He always has kids around, don't you? All your friends, and it's really good. You should check it out. Overall, I was disappointed with the Flash. I enjoyed certain aspects of it, but I feel like it could have been so much more. It could have been tied to the universe a lot more, and then it didn't. I don't know. It just.
You know what? It's a bit like Guardians of the Galaxy 3, isn't it?
Yeah, you didn't.
No, I didn't like.
You didn't like the end, did you?
I thought that they just with Nebula, Mantis, and Drax. Okay, they're gone.
It was moving on. It's because. People moved on, and people don't want to do it. Drax doesn't want to do it anymore.
Nebula? No, well, I mean, Amy Pond.
Yeah, no, she's still. They'll be back for other. That's why I don't think they killed anyone off. I reckon James Gunn would have killed people off if he could, but Marvel didn't want him to because they'll be back. They will be back. Peter Quill will return.
I might,
the tagline, wasn't it?
The what was it? Amazing Star-Lord. It was something, and he was just eating cereal.
Yeah.
But
overall,
you say
disappointed.
And then
I don't think that it's the best comic book movie ever made. I think it's severely lacking.
I like Batman and Robin better.
Yeah, the CGI could have been better. The effects weren't great.
I got jump scared a few times.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh, not by the main villain, by the way. Just by the CGI sometimes.
Just by the CGI. Yeah, it was very rubbery. Very rubbery. But I suppose, I don't know. They spent a lot of money. They should have got really good stuff. Look at what Zack Snyder did over a Zoom call.
Wait a minute.
Anyway.
And that was that CGI was from 2015 and 2016.
Well, no, he did a lot as well afterwards.
Yeah, but still.
Like there's a scene, you know, the future, the nightmare scene, where the Flash is in his
Yeah,
thing.
I know that.
That was over a Zoom call.
Yeah.
He was in London or he was in the UK.
That's just.
I know it's nuts. Anyway, yeah, I gave it a 2.5 out of 5, which is half in it, but I don't even think it's worth 2.5. I think I'm gonna give it a 2. Some aspects of it were good. A lot of other aspects work against it, and you kind of get to the point where you just don't care because it's kind of it is destroying the universe that you watched. You enjoyed. Man of Steel, in my opinion, is the best
Superman
DC movie. It's the best Superman movie.
Yeah.
It's the best DC movie to date. Everything from Man of Steel onwards, nothing has come close.
I don't
to that.
understand. You told me about this, but apparently people hated when General Zod got his neck snapped.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, and you told me this also. Christopher Reeve Superman kills all three. He kills all. He kills all three of them.
He does.
And then
he takes the powers away and then shoves them down like a massive crevice.
2 minutes later, he's up in the sky,
smiling.
Yeah.
But then again, that wasn't the original plan. I think the original plan for Superman 2.
Phantom Zone.
Yeah, it was because the reverse in time in Superman 1, or Superman the movie, was supposed to happen at the end of Superman 2. And it was supposed to reverse everything back. And
anyways,
he was supposed to go.
We're just going on now. But I'll say my last thing. It's a shame that something that I grew up with like this has gone to waste, and I'll probably try and get into the new movies, but I feel like it's been done before. It's the same universe, just with different actors. It's the beginning of Superman.
Well, we're gonna see it all again, aren't we? There's a lot of things that I don't like about what's happening, and it's like some of the aspects are being carried over, whereas the stuff that I really like aren't being carried over. And new Superman. Okay, we're gonna have to get used to that again. And today is the 10-year anniversary of Man of Steel coming out as well. So it's a bit sweet.
They made a few superheroes a joke, and it was a bit. They made Ben Affleck a bit of a joke. They made Michael Keaton at first.
Well, there's no end to it.
I know. It was like you treat these characters with respect, or you just don't. Like Superman, you shouldn't have them in your movie because you don't deserve it. But I just want to say, I grew up with these characters. I didn't grow up.
You grew up with the DCEU.
Yeah, and to see my favourite, probably the best Batman of all time, apart from Adam West, of course. But it's just a shame to see
I know
this.
what you mean.
Yeah, because it is sad, because I did want to see what they were going to do, and now apparently the A cut, they had all the footage for the A cut, and they said that it's about to be released, because
I don't think they were going to release that.
No, they were saying yes, and then they've just cancelled it. James Gunn cancelled it.
All right.
So that's annoying.
Well, we'll see what the future holds.
Yeah.
There's a couple of years yet before they're supposed to be starting filming, aren't they? They're doing the casting for the new Superman now.
Crypto the dog's alive.
Crypto the dog as well. Yeah.
That's that should stay in the golden age.
Right. I'm Nate the Ultimate Movie Geek. That was a quick, half an hour live stream of our thoughts.
Yeah. I'm Ultra NG Games. Go check out my YouTube channel, and I'll probably see you guys when a DC movie's good. So I'm not going to see you guys.
Back in 2013. Yeah. All right. Thank you for watching. If anyone's watched, I don't think anyone has. I think it's just been us talking.
Yeah.
So like, share, subscribe, and oh, it's gone dark. And I'll see you tomorrow with another video on Temple of Doom.
I promise you, I will come back when there's a good DC movie. I'll see you all in
hell.
Probably, yeah,
Right,
probably.
Let's go. See ya.
See ya.